Good afternoon. I'm Virginia Donahue King, the zoning administrator for the town of Milton. I'm opening the hearing of the application of Mark and Bridget Gaffney on the application to add a 4 by 20 addition to the front and a 14.3 by 20 gambrel style 2-story, both to the detached garage on the property at 76 Cliff Road. The property lies in a Residence C district, and the home was previously the garage was pre-existing non-conforming as it is built closer to the side lot line and than prescribed. The proposed addition would be built at a distance of 2.7 feet from the right side lot line when 10 are normally required under section 6C1 of the Milton zoning bylaws, and approximately 6 feet from the rear property line when 30 are normally required by section 6D1 rear yards. As I said, I'm Virginia King. I am the zoning administrator for the town of Milton, and I am constituting the board this afternoon on behalf of the Board of Appeals. I see that Bridget Gaffney is here and one of the applicants, and I imagine she would like to talk about her application here before us today. Mrs. Gaffney?
Hi, thank you. Yeah, so we have a garage that is in, structurally it's in pretty decent shape, but the garage doors are decaying and covered in sort of like a lichen. They get waterlogged. And so we want to make the garage more usable. It was built at a time, I think, when cars were a little bit smaller, and it's got 2 narrow front doors on it. So what we want to do is just bring the front of the garage forward about 4 feet, change it from a 2-door entrance to a 1-door entrance on the front, and then just add some storage space, which would require us to bring the roof up a little bit higher and make it, gambrel style, so we could actually store some of our patio furniture and things like that up there. The other part is we've replaced the roof on our house with the intent of putting solar up there. And we would also like to have the roof replaced on the garage so that we could put solar panels on that as well. So, so that's sort of the general impetus behind the project. And structurally, the existing footprint would remain, except in the front, it would move forward about 4 feet.
Oh, I just had a question on that. The side, let's see. So the right is the garage going to be wider or just longer than it is currently?
Just longer. The width wouldn't change. By making it 1 door instead of 2, it would allow us to get vehicles into it.
I see. Okay, so it's we're strictly talking about the area in the front of the garage. Okay. Yes. Okay, very good. Have you been able to talk? Oh, well, before that, is the finishing of the garage going to be, is it going to be similar to the housing? Is it going to be similar to the style and shingling or whatever you would be having on your current house as it is to the garage that's there now?
Yes, we actually just completed a renovation of our house in 2020, and it has the same brick that the garage is made out of, and it has cedar. Where there are shingles on it, it has cedar shingles, and so it would be the same application for the garage as well.
Okay.
We also have some of the bricks that were remaining from the house renovation that we can use to um, that we can use in the garage sort of as necessary. We put those aside for that purpose.
I'm looking at pictures from architectural drawings, basically from of the garage from, well, the writing is a little too small for me to see, but I suspect it's your architect. Um, and it looks to me, and I could be reading this wrong, it looks to me like one of the sides of the garage is further, it extends further than the roof. Is that, it extends further than the footprint? Is that correct? Or am I, or is that a door there that's, I'm sorry.
In
I
the
have a
current
copy
state,
of it, so it's not the color one that shows differences, perhaps a little bit better. But I think, I'm not sure what I have. It is an open area to the left as you're looking at the garage from the street, or if that's a door going in. Is that a door?
there would be, as it currently stands, there's no door on it. But what we would like to do is have just a one entrance door so you could walk into the garage without having to open the car entrance door.
Uh-huh. So does that mean that there's room for a door there, or is that an opening that's just kind of an overhang from the second floor of the garage? I don't know if you could, that would be this right here.
Oh, no, that's not intended to be. The door would be on the side facing the yard. That's just, it's cedar shingles built into there to complement the house and also to fill in the space where the 4 feet would come forward and to fill in the space around the new door.
Okay, I've gotcha.
So that's just cedar shingles.
Okay. Yeah, it was a little bit difficult from my black and white version from what the color version was.
Yeah, I'm not sure how large the printout is.
Have you talked to your neighbors on either side to see if they're in accord with having your garage extended?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really affect the neighbor on the far left side. The neighbor on our immediate right side is they don't have any issues with this. It's just a kind of a minor build as far as they're concerned.
Okay, and who are your neighbors to the right?
Mary Beth and Robert Powers. Oh my God, you see them so much, you forget their last name sometimes.
And the left side, have you talked to them or they haven't talked to you about it?
No, no one's approached me about this, and I know they're, the notice to abutters and stuff. One of my other neighbors a little further up the street mentioned that she got the notice and was just curious, and they've seen our garage doors, so they understand the need for an update.
Okay. They know it's a two-story. Both right and left know it's a two-story. Yeah, they should. They read it.
Yeah, yeah, all the abutters were notified.
Okay. Crystal, I was wondering if there's anyone that wants to be heard during this hearing that I won't be able to see right now, but you perhaps can.
I don't see anyone with their hand raised.
Okay. Well, then I will close the evidentiary portion of the hearing and deliberate amongst myself. This seems to be something that is needed for the larger cars that are built today, as opposed to back in the whatever decade that was that your house was built. It's a lovely neighborhood. It does have, some extra room and so forth to make it an easier application to accommodate a larger structure there and not be something that would bother neighbors. So given that there is no particular neighbor that finds a problem with that, given that there seems to be some agreement with the neighbor most likely to be affected to the right of you, that the Powers family. I am deciding to grant the application to you today, and know that there is a 20-day appeals period. This will be written up and filed with Susan Galvin, our town secretary. And at that point, it's 20 days from that day that it's filed with the town clerk rather than 20 days from today. And after that, you can apply for your building permit and start your construction on that. And so congratulations on your successful getting of a special permit.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the consideration and the format for getting this whole process moving too. So
You're very welcome.
thank you.
Take care.
All right, you too.
And now we have a half an hour, huh?
We have until 4:30.
Until 4:30.
Yeah, the next
Okay, about
one-
20 minutes.
17 Arcall is at 4:30. So yeah, about 15 minutes.
Okay, so I'll see you in about 20 minutes then.
Okay, sounds good.
You get to look at my ceiling until then. to order the hearing on the application of Michael Walsh of 17 Artwell Street, Milton, to build a 20 by 29.4 square foot two-story addition to the left of the home at 17 Artwell Street. A plot plan shows that the addition would be at a distance of 18.3 feet from the rear property line when 30 are normally required by section 6D1 of the Milton zoning bylaws. The property lies in a residence C district, zoning district, and was built in approximately 1908 as a single family home and is considered dimensionally pre-existing and non-conforming, even as it stands right now with no addition to it. In the file, we have architectural drawings, we have a plot plan, we have a denial letter from our building inspector, Joe Prondak, stating what the issue is with the property and the need to go for a special permit, which is why we're here tonight. So I see that Mr. and Mrs. Walsh are here, and if they'd like to give us a little idea of what they propose to do and the manner in which they do it, that would be great.
Do you want me to go? So we're just planning on adding a two-story addition with a family room and a master suite above it. And where the non-conforming issue is, we have a porch and stairs, and we just want to cover that all. So we're just, extending that non-conforming out to the length of the addition, and just basically making covered stairs.
But not going back any.
Not going back any further. We're just continuing on the existing where it is right now.
Okay,
And
so
it is to the left of our property, which is, we have a double lot, so it's really, far away from the neighbor on our left as well. And the two houses that abut us in the rear, it's a unique situation because their houses are further away from us as well, because they're positioned on the front part of their street, and our house is in the back.
so the homes are at a distance apart. Which is
Correct. Yes.
So am I correct in assuming that the new addition would be covering no more area on your lot than the you said deck, was it? Deck that's there currently, or porch?
It's just a porch, stairs and a porch, a small
Okay.
porch.
And so it follows the footprint of that?
Correct.
Okay. Have you talked to any of your neighbors
Yes.
about, and could you tell me people that may or may not have, well, is it, actually, I should ask this first of Crystal, if there's anyone that's waiting to weigh in on this application in the waiting room there for this Zoom meeting.
Not that we know of.
Well,
Okay.
people might be coming
Yeah.
on. Yeah. I know what neighbors were joining just to.
I thought you meant people saying no.
Oh, no.
But I don't know.
Lizzie Wiseman,
Yes.
can I allow her to
Oh, yes.
Sure.
talk?
She abuts behind as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And Lizzie, would you like to give your opinion of the application that your neighbors are putting forth here? And if you give us your address when you give your name.
Sure. Hi, how are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. My name is Lizzie Wiseman, and I live behind the Walshes on Meredith Circle, 86 Meredith Circle. So our backyards abut diagonally. And I just wanted to come today to just offer our full support of their project. And I think it's going to add a lot to the neighborhood and to their property.
Okay, very good. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Thanks.
Any other folks?
I don't see anyone at this time, no.
Is that it?
So I just got a text my neighbor's on. She said she would speak. Do you see Courtney?
Yes, she just put her hand up right now.
Oh, okay.
So I will move her over.
And Ed's on there.
Courtney, if you would give us your name and address and then speak your pearls of wisdom according to this application, that would be great.
Sure. My name's Courtney Linehan. I live at 10 Artwell Street, which is sort of around the bend on Artwell Street from the Walsh's house. So there's about one house between us. But I'm aware of their addition, and I think it would be great for the neighborhood and great for Artwell Street, the enhancement to their property.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you.
And I'll pause, wondering if there's anyone else coming in here.
There is a Chris Kenny.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your address, Mr. Kenny?
25 Otwell Street. I live 2 houses down from the Walshes.
Uh-huh.
And I'd just echo what Ms. Lenahan just said. They have kids, we have kids, our kids play together. They're great neighbors, and I think in addition will be an asset to the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Yep. Sorry, it was like.
And as of right now, I don't see anybody else.
Nobody else? Okay. I just have a few questions for the Walshes. I'm wondering that the addition is going to made to be consistent with the existing building
Oh.
that's there.
Yes, we spent a lot of time on the plans to make sure that it
I just don't.
flowed with the because it's it's a unique, it's a arts and crafts, so it's a unique house.
Yes, it is. Yes,
We
it's
wanna
unique.
We spent, it took us probably a year to finalize all our plans. We spent a lot of time on the details.
I just was adamant. I did not want a square box
No.
on the side.
Well, it shows in the plans, I must say.
Oh, good. We worked hard.
Good. Congratulations on that. Anyway, seeing that there's no one else speaking that's waiting to get into the wings here, speaking for or against the application, I'm closing the evidentiary portion and will deliberate for you here on your application. Your application has great merit. As you say, you live on a double lot and you have a pretty empty lot right next to you, which is great, and you're making good use of it. And yet you're not being overly ambitious with it and building out more than needs to be, and you're using the same footprint and being very, very cognizant of neighbors to the front, back, and rear, front, back, and sides. So that it looks something that will really enhance the already nice neighborhood that you live in, and will enhance the values of your neighbors as well. And so I am granting the special permit for you to build the structure consistently with the application guidelines. Now what you have in your application, and the architectural drawings that you've submitted with your plan. So congratulations.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
And it's going to take a couple of weeks to get everything written up. I'll be writing up a decision on this,
Okay.
and it will be filed with Susan Galvin, our town clerk.
Yeah.
And at that point, there's a 20-day appeal period.
Yeah.
Nobody has appeared or given any kind of notice to you that it's not something that they would want in their neighborhood, but there's still that 20-day period.
Okay.
So once that 20-day period is ended, you are free to meet with the building inspector and his office and get the building permit, and are set to go on your building. So I wish you
Yeah.
lots of luck and happiness in your.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Great. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Going to call to order the hearing on the application of Michael Gums. Is there some strange sound that we can somehow get rid of? It's kind of hard to hear.
I'm not sure. Oh, there we go.
Is
Okay.
that working now? Okay,
That
that's a lot
works,
better.
yes.
I'm calling to order the hearing on the application of Michael Gums from 140 Audubon Road, who wishes to build to add a 3 by 20 foot addition to the left side and 1.5 times 13.7 to the front of the detached garage at the property of 140 Audubon Road. The property lies in a Residence C zoning district, and the home was built approximately 1928 as a single family home, and the detached garage appears to be of the same vintage and is considered to be a pre-existing non-conforming structure on the property, so that in order to can we fix that again? Is that working now? That sounds better. Okay. In order to accommodate larger cars that are more prevalent today than they were in 1928. Let's see. The proposal shows these additions will be built at a distance of 3.1 feet from the left side lot line, where 8 feet are normally required in section 6C1 side yards and of the Milton zoning bylaw, and 7.6 from the rear property line, where 8 are normally required under 6D1 and 3. I have a file here that includes building specifications for the garage, a plot plan. There's a denial letter from our building inspector, Bill Kondak, outlining the need for a special permit to have this garage addition built, and all available for looking at the building department's office. I see that Michael Gums is here, and the applicant, and I would ask him to tell us a little bit more about his application to alter his garage. Mr. Gums?
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The main reason for the request is the current existing garage is in disarray. It's in need of repairs, and in the process of doing so, I would like to also have it enlarged in order to be able to fit not only cars, but also additional storage, snow blowers, kids' bicycles, just to basically be able to have it more of a better storage solution than it currently is. The interior itself is actually the problem, because although the exterior has the dimensions required, the interior, due to the way that it was built with the stand-up framing on slab, the interior is further reduced, making it, basically unusable for current vehicles, and also just practical for storage solutions.
Okay. Is the garage going to be finished in a manner that's consistent with the current garage and with the existing home on the property?
Yes, I will, well, I don't plan, I should say, on changing the existing look of the garage. Basically, it's just extending and then carrying the roof line up to meet the existing slope. So by increasing the width, the slope will slightly change, but the actual aesthetic or look and feel of the garage would remain the same. The only difference would be it would be finished interior, gyp board over the plywood, and which currently it has no interior finishing right now.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like my garage.
Yes, in most, yes.
Yeah, pretty much the same vintage.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Um,
You don't
no,
have to.
no, I think that's it.
Okay. Crystal, are there any people that are waiting in the wings to hear more about the application or to speak about it, pro or con?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, the record shows that there are no people waiting for that. So this will probably be the record shortest hearing we'll ever have. And we're closing the evidentiary portion of the hearing now, and I will deliberate right now on the merits of this. This appears to be this is an application that is following the lines of a pre-existing non-conforming structure on the property and is only increasing the nonconformity by a fairly short amount. It's we're talking, just a couple of feet here. And it does not appear that it's going to be anything that is going to ruin the enjoyment of adjacent properties. It will, in fact, improve the neighborhood in that there'll be storage area for things that might, be left around and exposed to view, and will safer for bicycles and so forth as well, snow blowers and all. So I find that this will be a benefit to the property and a benefit to the neighborhood as well. And I'm therefore allowing the special permit to issue on this application. Some practical matters is it takes me a little bit of time to get this to Crystal and for her to get it filed with the town clerk, Susan Galvin, at which point, once she has filed it, people have 20 days that they can file an appeal against it. I wouldn't anticipate it here since there is nobody here that is speaking against it. It's a very reasonable application. So, but we still have to do that because that's the law. So I would say probably in the 4-week time frame from here, you'll be able to apply for that building permit once that 20 days has been run through, and you can start on or finish getting that garage into a form that's more workable for you and your family. So congratulations on your permit.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I'm closing the hearing now, and that's the final hearing that we're hearing tonight.
All right. Have a good evening, everyone.
Good night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
And I should be able to get a couple of decisions to you by the end of the week anyway.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Do you need anything else from me tonight?